Am I the a-hole for not agreeing to sleep in a bra? I 22F recently went on a small family trip to celebrate my dad's early retirement. A family friend let us borrow their lake house, but sleeping arrangements meant that I had to share a room with my sister 24F and her husband 30M in a room with 2 beds. They're newlyweds who married quickly, so this is his first time going on a trip with us. I really didn't think it was going to be an issue, because with the whole lake available to us, we wouldn't be spending much time in the rooms. The first night, there was no problem. The second night, my sister pulled me aside right before I went to go get ready for bed and asked me to change what I was sleeping in because her husband was uncomfortable. For context, this might be too much information, and I am sorry, I am not a flat-chested woman. It is quite literally the most annoying thing about my life, and I am not sorry that I do not sleep in a bra. That being said, it wasn't like I was sleeping in lingerie. It was just a big t-shirt, but because of how I'm built, you could still tell I wasn't wearing a bra. I've never thought it was a big deal, but her husband is rather conservative in all senses of the word. I politely told my sister no, because the only things I brought were A. swimsuits, which would be even worse, B. a tight compression sports bra for beach volleyball, which I don't think is even medically advisable to sleep in, and C. a sweatshirt which I guess would disguise it more, but it was hot and I didn't want to wear it. She pressed me again and I said no again, pointing out that her husband slept shirtless. I don't actually care, but it seemed hypocritical to me, so I said that if I am asked to find a way to cover up more, despite wearing a shirt, he should. She got mad at me and said I was being ridiculous and staring at her husband. God, no. I would never, and kept raising a stink and trying to involve the rest of my family, saying it was a simple request and I must be trying to tempt her husband. I loudly fired back that this wouldn't be a problem if her husband wasn't staring at my chest, which prompted my parents to have me sleep on the couch in the living room the rest of the trip. I also made it a point for the rest of the trip to loudly call her husband out if he was looking too long at my chest in my swimsuit, which happened a couple times before he learned his lesson. I didn't think I overreacted. I might have gotten a bit heated, but it was in line with my sister. But my family has kinda blamed me for ruining my dad's celebration by not letting it go, and I can't help but feel guilty. Am I the a-hole? Update: the aftermath. After reading through as many comments as I could, I decided to go low contact with my sister and her husband. I let my sister know that I was going low contact but made sure she knew that if she ever needed a place to stay the night it would be offered, no questions asked. Many of you pointed out that the way my parents handled this was less than stellar. They have always been like this, in the sense that they will take whatever option means we can just keep going on with whatever we were doing. Sometimes this has been in favor of me, sometimes in favor of my sister, though after the comments I have realized it is more often in favor of my sister, though they have said this is because I'm usually the one creating conflict. Yesterday, I called my parents and had a long talk about this. I told them that I am an adult now and as such, I have the ability to make choices such as not coming to family events. If we aren't able to actually talk about things, I'm not sure I will want to keep coming back. I felt bad, like I was holding my attendance at family events hostage, but it was a productive conversation. Remains to be seen what will change, if anything, but I'm glad we talked.
Here are the top comments.
Not the a-hole, but why wouldn't he have to sleep on the couch as a conservative chivalrous man who was avoiding the temptation of the forbidden bosom?
Thank you for the heads up. I didn't know your husband wasn't safe to be around. I'll put a blanket on the couch for him.
Not the a-hole. I can't even understand his perspective on this one.